It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Butterfly Palace. Have the best day ever adventuring through the rainforest at the Butterfly Palace. And Springfield Greene County Park Board, reminding you to go play. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday. So good to see you again. Thanks for being with us, whether you're listening on the podcast, the audio version, or if you're on Facebook or our YouTube page and watching the video. We appreciate it. So we'll begin with news.
All right, here we go. Missouri's Attorney General is one of 7 total that are after Target, the retailer. The AG say Target's Pride Month campaign violated child protection laws by promoting potentially harmful products to minors and related potential interference with parental authority in matters of sex and gender identity. No word yet on Target's response.
Okay. After stricter emission rules from the environmental protection agencies with the Clean Air Act, a local business owner was in legal trouble for violating the act with his tow trucks. Now, affordable towing owner Dennis Cleveland violated conditions of his release. Cleveland pleaded guilty back in March to violating the Clean Air Act. At a bond hearing today, a federal prosecutor said that Cleveland is still using his altered tow trucks, so he will be sentenced at a later date.
All right. Not too much longer, and the Grant Avenue Parkway project will wrap up. It's expected to be finished in 2024. So it doesn't seem like it's that far away unless you, of course, live on Grant Avenue, at which point you're like, this has been 14 months and it's still going on. Right now, crews are on phases 3 and 4 of 7 total. People who frequent there and live there say they are more than ready to be finished because still in some parts the road is torn up and it's slow going. City leaders say the thing slowing down progress is in some of the yards along the street. They need to buy small portions of that property in order to expand. So those negotiations can sometimes take longer than expected.
Well, I'm excited about what it's going to be whenever it's finished, but I drove through there the other day and it ain't finished yet. I can tell you that. It's a mess.
Yeah. Interestingly, I drove through there yesterday. I had not been on that street in a while, and I drove it yesterday and thought the same thing. So, yep.
We used to
David's Bridal closing down in Springfield. The wedding dress store already has people holding signs outside on its store there on South Glenstone announcing their big sales going on. No word yet on their exact last day, but it's going to be soon and very soon. So if you're in need of a wedding dress or bridesmaid's dress or whatever else they sell these days, now's the time. Did you know? Have you seen them?
I'm not in need of one of those, but thank you.
Oh, all right. I thought you might already, have done your shopping. Keep an eye out on PBS TV stations. Evangel University is going to be featured. That's exciting. It'll be featured on the show Viewpoint, hosted by Dennis Quaid, as he highlights excellence and innovation in education. No word yet on when it's going to air here, but it will be put into a rotation that it could be played year round.
Yeah. Well, you think that the local PBS put it in a fairly heavy rotation since it's from right here, highlighting one of our own. So we'll see. I do want to see it, though, and see what they focus on. Another big honor for another local attraction. Table Rock Lake recently voted the best lake in the United States by travelersworldwide.com, which commented on the lake's 800 miles of shoreline, world-class fishing, boating, swimming, and family atmosphere, as we all know. Also, Table Rock ranked 25th most beautiful body of water in the United States by another website, Sixt, SIXT.com, which honored Table Rock for its crystal clear water and Instagrammable hidden beaches. That's a thing now, Instagrammable things.
I was about to say, is that a verb? Is that a...
apparently it is.
Is it a noun?
So now Silver Dollar City, Wonders of Wildlife, and Table Rock are all ranking number 1 in their fields, and they're all right here in our backyard. Good for us, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And clearly people missed traveling during COVID. We are back at it in record numbers now. Over at the Springfield Airport, it's on pace to destroy the old record for travelers set in 2019. Too many twos. Just about all the crucial numbers are up and show no signs of dropping through the end of the year. And I had a flight out 3 weeks or so ago, and I was just in the local lot, but as I drove through, even the long-term lot was out farther than I've ever seen the cars. It was crazy how many cars were there, and it wasn't like a holiday weekend or anything when people typically travel, but
Yeah.
I was amazed at how many cars were there and how many people were traveling. So
Yeah.
great to hear.
Interestingly, now that you mention it, I think I've parked in that really far back parking lot every time I've been in the last year, probably to the
Yeah, it's
airport.
weird. It's a lot. You got to now. I have to really remember where I parked.
It's a hike. I
It is
know.
a hike.
You don't have a system to remember. See, I have a system to remember. I'm
What's your
not going to
system?
tell you my system because I feel like that I don't want to like identify my system or my vehicle, but I have a system.
Okay. Well, I do. I have a system as well, so I always find my car, but I just want to make sure I don't do any extra walking.
Um, Not to put you on the spot, sir, but do you always find your car?
I do.
Is that
Do you have
right?
an example of me not? One time that
Uh,
happened.
on our first date?
One time.
On our first date, you didn't find your car. Remember?
W- One time it's happened, and I never hear the end of it for now. 15 years?
16 years, and
16 years?
it happens to have been our first date, which that's the funny part is that it was our first date. If you did it today, I wouldn't make fun of you. But you did it on our first date. He literally lost his Jeep that he picked me up in, his Chariot, his 1990 Jeep Wrangler Chariot, in the MSU Bears parking lot.
I did. You know what happened? I think I figured it out since then. Is some are down and some are up, and if you go on the same floor on this side, you can't see this side. And I think we were over on this side, and we're supposed to be on this side. So I think that's how the problem. And you had me all flustered. It was our first date.
I know, I was so cute. I had on high heels or it wouldn't have been a problem. I had on super high heels because I was trying to look cute. And then we lost the dadgum Jeep. So I'm like 4 miles later in my heels.
Only for a
Anyway,
while. We only
only
lost it for a while. Eventually, we found it, and look at us now.
and it
We're
doesn't even lock. So you can't like click the clicker and
No,
like
it doesn't.
listen for it
No. I
because
still
that
have
doesn't
you, and I
exist.
still have the Jeep.
It's
Pretty
true.
good. I think
It's
that's
true.
pretty good. All right, now this $400,000 worth of grant money coming to help local charities that help the homeless. U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development will divvy that money out as part of the American Rescue Plan. That's yes, more COVID money. Yes, more COVID money. It's still being funneled out. Organizations that help the homeless in any way, such as housing, food, childcare, whatever it is, can be considered for that money. So maybe there's a local organization that hasn't heard of this yet. There's a meeting this Thursday, the 13th, 1 in the p.m. at the Bush Municipal Building in Springfield to find out more about that.
Yes. Must go to that meeting if you are interested in applying for that money. All right. If you have a little one that loves big trucks, tonight is your night at the Battlefield Mall from 5:30 till 8:30 tonight. It is the big rig night. Fire trucks, ambulances, semi trucks, even some race cars apparently going to be on hand tonight for you to get up close and personal. You can try out all the bells and whistles. There are also games, crafts, and food from local vendors. Should be a good time.
It's always a hot
Um,
time out there on that asphalt. I know that. I've been out there the last couple of years, and it'll be no different tonight. 93 degrees or so today with maybe an isolated shower, but very small chance of that. It's going to get hot tomorrow, 98, and then 95 on Thursday. If you'd like a more thorough and professional weathercast, don't forget that Abby is with us now in the podcast family. You can tune into Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather with meteorologist. That's the key. Meteorologist Abby Dyer. Every morning, wherever you find our podcast, you can find hers as well. She'll do some trivia for you, tell you what you need to know for the day or for the week, and you can be set whenever you leave the house.
Yeah, and if you subscribe to our podcast, by the way, Around the Ozarks in 5, you'll automatically be subscribed to hers for the weather. So it's cool because one subscription will get you both of those
Yeah.
into your inbox or wherever you prefer it on your podcast platform. So,
And
yeah.
we're also on we won't talk about this much, but we're on YouTube. And somebody was telling me recently that they send YouTube to their TV. So they get to watch this on their big screen TV. Not that I would advise that, but if that's what you wanted to do, you certainly could.
Not
You
that
could
it's anything
probably
fancy to see.
Yeah, well, you could probably
However,
read the signatures on my shirts back, my jerseys back there.
Yeah, no doubt. If it's on the big
It'd
screen.
be giant size. But that's another option for you. So thanks for following and liking Around the Ozarks, and thanks for watching the podcast or listening. We appreciate you so much.
All right. And one more kicker story for you. It is Christmas in July for any Amazon Prime member, if you want to call it that. Because if you are a Prime member, today is the day that you will have 48 hours of good deals to be had, many of them on name brand and popular brand items.
Okay. I've never had a good experience on Prime Day personally.
I've never shopped on Prime Day.
There's nothing that I mean, I don't know. I look, but it's all stuff that I don't want or need. So, obviously you don't do anything with it, but I've never had good luck looking for the things that I do want or need and finding them on Prime Day, personally.
All right.
But I
Now
know
you
a lot
know.
of people get a lot of boxes showing up after Prime Day. So,
Yep,
Good
we've
for you.
discussed this. Not an Amazon shopper. So,
Yep.
Okay. Well, have a good Tuesday, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
See ya.